Hey, it's Alex, and I've been living out in Vietnam for the last year and a half. I'm actually just back here in South Africa for a while before heading back to Vietnam this year. And it's been an amazing experience over the last year and a half and absolutely awesome in so many ways, so exciting, lots of adventures. But it's also been challenging. And I know I make videos that are very positive and try and focus on all the great things about teaching English abroad because I really think it is a life-changing, fulfilling opportunity. But there are challenges and it's not perfect like anything in life. So in this video I want to go into what some of those challenges are and actually just focus on one particular one, which I think is perhaps for me the biggest challenge I've had over the last 3 years of living in Asia. So this is basically built right into the definition of what everyone's doing out in Asia. TEFL, which stands for Teaching English as a Foreign Language. So you're teaching a foreign language to someone in their home country as a foreigner in that country. So you are a foreigner living there, and that leads to a certain sense of being an outsider in the country. Now, I remember going out to South Korea 3 years ago to start teaching myself, and I had in my head this idea that it was going to be me going there, learning to speak Korean, learning about the culture, and blending in and kind of becoming this pseudo-Korean white guy in Asia. And now, in retrospect, that was kind of a ignorant way to look at it, because now that I know a little bit more about it, it's just not possible to completely assimilate into a new culture because of a number of different factors. Every culture is unique and has its own way of thinking and acting within the world. And going to a country, especially in Asia, it can be a big contrast from your own culture, especially in countries like South Korea, where it's 96% Koreans in Korea. So that means if you're living there, you're very different to the majority of people, and you are seen as a foreigner and you're treated differently. Now, not always treated badly. For the most part, actually, I've found Asians in general from every country I've lived in, South Korea, Vietnam, Thailand, Asians are really nice to foreigners. They don't see them as threats for the most part and don't act badly towards them. But my experience is that they don't see you as one of them, and it's very hard to feel like an insider, especially when you look different, you're sometimes stared at, and you're never going to quite feel like you belong there. So I've struggled with this for a while, and I think I've got to the point now where I've reached a level of acceptance that I'm never going to be exactly the same as the people in the country who are locals, but I can learn, I can become less ignorant, and through that I can actually really appreciate the culture and connect with the people. There's also the language barrier, which can make it harder, and that can be combated by actually learning the language. And if you do that, then you're going to open a lot of different doors when it comes to understanding the culture and being less of a foreigner. Another great thing is there are a lot of expats in these countries too, often other teachers. So if you're struggling with feeling like an outsider, you can always hang out and connect with other people from your home country or who are from, a more Western country that has similar values to you, and you can kind of connect more easily with them. Now, I really think it's great to make an effort with the locals in the country you're in and not just stick to hanging out with other foreigners. But I think it's great that there is that kind of support system of other people that are going through the same experience as you. So I'd like to hear from you what your experiences are of being an outsider in a different country, what it feels like to be a foreigner, and maybe some tips you have for combating this and improving your lifestyle as someone who might feel a little bit like they don't belong there. Or if you haven't moved out to Asia to start teaching yet, leave a comment letting us know what your thoughts are on this and if you're worried about this at all. Alright, make sure you're subscribed for more videos about life and teaching English abroad in Asia, and I'll speak to you in the next video. Peace.